Or to the cloud. Da 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 da.
Start the Game of Thrones intro.
Okay, that was NFL. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, Travi.
Hey, happy to be back, everybody. I'm sorry for my sabbatical. I'm sorry I had to put up with all the guests.
It was
and whatnot.
hard, trying to find people who want to talk about fantasy football, but we made it through. We had two guest speakers since your last appearance, but glad to have the anchor back in the
Anchor
fold.
down. That was for you right now.
Okay. Well, all that to say, we have the Bears kicking off here in about 15 minutes.
I'm so glad this is happening tonight
Why?
because I've been having some problems sleeping recently.
Really?
This one's gonna put me right to sleep. Total snooze fest of a game.
Okay. No. The Bears, Justin Fields. Okay, Justin Fields' second half last week was good. I am projecting. Here's a bold prediction: Bears are going to win tonight.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Justin Fields will be involved in 3 touchdowns, whether that's
passing
running all 3. I know he's a big
maybe tossing, guy. Maybe handing.
I could see him doing a couple tosses.
A couple hands.
Couple tosses. So
also for those of you watching home, I'm eating chili made by Paige Penda. Shout out Penda.
Yeah. So all that to say, we will obviously get started here in a sec. Hold on. Let me get everything going. But how are you feeling about the season thus far?
I mean, I haven't been back on this quite yet to defend my honor. Okay. There's been a lot of slander thrown at my team, which rightfully so.
Here, I don't even know. Let's go to the standings. Let's see where everything's at.
Oh, I think I'm 2-2.
Okay, let's see.
I got
you are in last.
I got my shit kicked in by Matt last week.
Really? Oh wow.
Yeah, because fucking Austin Eckler had 40 points.
Man, Eckler's been going off. Matt has a sneaky team. When we did the preseason rankings, I wasn't prepared for Matt's team. I think I gave him my lowest rating. I might have given, I don't know, it might have been Hayden, but I love Hayden's team now, so things have changed.
Well, you love Hayden's team. Hayden is in dead last in their league.
Yes, but if you analyze
he's in dead last as a whole.
If you analyze his team, he's got a couple of players that are like really solid, but he hasn't been picking the right players. It's like he's been having some lineup mishaps, but I still think he's got a pretty solid team. And then for today's segment, Oakley taking a quick little drink. What are our segments for today?
I have no idea.
Okay, well, let's start off.
We didn't talk about this at all, dude. I thought you had a plan.
No. There's no plan. You just go. So let's start by walking through last week's rankings or last week's games. See if there's any close.
One of the segments is just going to be me complaining. I hope everyone's okay with that.
Okay, so that will be the second segment. That's about Travis. We'll look at standings. That's what I'm doing right now, and then let's end with like what players have surprised. Let's look back at where all the actual players stand, because like some players have gone off, other players have been a little bit mishaps. So does that sound good?
Sounds great.
All right. So how do we go scoreboard? Scoreboard week 5. So we'll just go down. All right. I'm at the top and I barely squeaked out a win against no, that's Xander. Yes, it was a very close match. Cooper Kupp was scaring me. But my defense, I had Dallas's defense.
Which Dallas has been a surprise this year.
They have.
Incredible defense.
Yeah, and Cooper Rush has been playing pretty well. But
everyone's on the Cooper Rush grind train right now.
Yeah.
Cooper Rush is not playing good football. He's playing safe football, which is what the Cowboys need because he's not turning the ball over.
Yeah, I mean,
he's not putting up crazy numbers, but he's keeping them in games by not ruining the game.
Yeah, so he's been playing well. And then what was great against my matchup against Xander is he had, I think it was Stafford, who was playing Dallas. So every time Stafford fumbled the ball, he would not only lose 2 points, but
you would gain
2 points. So it was like a whole bunch of 4-point swings. So
you gotta love that.
I appreciate that. Mark Andrews, basically my wide receiver 1, still did well. So I barely survived 137. Again, that goal of getting as close to 140 as possible. So next, that's the magic number. But next game we'll look at was Butler against Danny. That's
Mhm.
Danny. Oh, that was the game where Travis Kelsey went off 4
Mhm.
touchdowns, and that was, I think, Monday Night Football. So that was a unexpected victory for him. Probably a lot of pain for Butler.
Mhm.
So you hate losing on Sunday Night Football.
Look at his top 3 guys. They went off. He must have had some real sleepers outside of that top 3.
Do you want to look?
Sure.
Okay, let's take a peek. All right, we got Danny on the right. Oh wow. Okay, I mean, Butler did pretty well, but he had a couple duds.
Devontae Parker for 0. That's a big one.
Jalen Waddle with 5 points.
Mm-hmm.
George Kittle, MIA. Where has he been? Still just 7 points. So okay, he had a couple guys that really well, then the rest of his team didn't show up. And then
which you hate to see it.
Yeah, Danny's team, Sunday Night Football, just coming back with Travis Kelsey. That had to feel great. So good for you, Danny. I'm happy that you're happy. And then this was the David and Goliath game. Carter lost to Miller. So welcome Miller to the win column. You did it. Oh wow. So he was sweating because also on Monday Night Football,
definitely.
Patrick Mahomes almost came back.
And man, talk about a surprise. Miller, great job with Geno Smith. All praise to Miller.
Wow. High praise. High praise sent your way. So welcome to the fold. Congratulations on winning your week. And next was Scott and Reno. Okay, everyone had close games.
140, the magic number.
Yeah. Well, not magic if your name's Reno. So Reno did score 3rd highest on the week and managed to take a loss. You hate to see that. And that was a crazy game. Oh, that was where Devontae Adams scored a touchdown the last second.
Totally.
And almost, I think there was that play that got reviewed where he tapped his feet in, but then it got overturned. Otherwise, Reno would have won. So
speaking of Devontae Adams, we can't not talk about the whole cameraman incident.
You're right. So I think he is not guilty.
Yeah, I couldn't really care less about it.
Yeah, because I mean,
and people are all up in arms like, oh man, press charges. To them, I say, sorry, Paige, pussy. You are just the lame of the lame, worst kind of person. Bet you don't have many friends.
Wow. Well, I will agree with you to maybe a less extent, but I really agree with you. And
he even tweeted out like a whole big apology, like, oh, sorry, man, like got out of hand.
So there was one angle that showed it looked like he kind of shoved him. Then there's another angle where it looked like he just kind of came out of nowhere, just sort of ran into him. And it was just kind of all right, the dude's got heavy equipment. They kind of just ran into each other. No, okay, people fall, people stumble, that's okay. I don't get why the guy's pressing charges. He's
the fact that dude, he went to the hospital with I think the police report said it was non-threatening injuries or something like that.
He went to the hospital. Oh, he was,
and then he pressed. I mean, he's obviously trying to get a bag.
He realized as soon as he's like, this is a golden ticket. I got to milk this. And so, honestly, I don't like people like that.
Totally.
So, screw that guy. But do you think he's going to miss a game? There are rumors that he will miss a game.
Yeah, I think he'll miss at the very least at least one game.
Really? I hope he doesn't miss any. I feel like that's a huge overreaction. But we'll see. So all that to say, Devontae Adams went off. Breece Hall is showing up.
Yeah, he's really
honestly, Scout's team is looking pretty good. And then Davis had a huge game as well. So they're all looking pretty decent. Man, next game. Hayden.
Best team in the league, apparently.
Whose team?
Hayden's team, your favorite team.
No, I like Hayden's team. I don't say it's the best team in the league. I like his team a lot. I keep trying to trade him for players. He keeps rejecting all my trades. But Crocker's team dominated him. What happened to his team, actually? Let's go take a peek, because this is this is our biggest loss / biggest win of the week. Oh, man.
I don't know. I think mine's worse.
Running backs. No, yours was because those.
No, Forsyth had 163. I think I had 103.
Hold on. We haven't gotten to the game. Oh.
Yeah, that's by far the biggest one.
Yours is the word. Sorry. We didn't get there yet. So all that to say, Reno's team is starting to heat up. He's got
that's Crocker.
Oh, Crocker, excuse me. Crocker's team is starting to heat up. I got you. And I think Crocker has Hopkins on the bench. So his team's about to
get even better.
much better, which is very scary for all of us. Oh, Dawson Knox on IR. And you love to see someone using their IR appropriately. Good job, Crocker. And then yeah, do we want to look at your team? Okay. So we got Austin Eckler. He went off. Oh my gosh, his whole team went off.
Yeah. Not a fun game for me.
Jacoby Myers with 24 points. Oh, you're in for just a rough one if that's happening.
And the 49ers defense, which I mean, this wouldn't have changed anything, but I dropped the Patriots defense. Stupid move by me because they were playing the Lions. And I was like, oh, the Lions are
the Lions have been hot.
Yes.
NBA Jam rules, you guys stay away.
Very true. And I picked up the Titans defense because I'm like, Titans defense is like all right, but Washington sucks.
Yeah.
Which I mean, 6 points. You can't expect anything more than that from your defense.
That's okay.
But like the Patriots put up, I think, 24 points this week. Yeah.
Oh, wow. That was unfortunate for you.
Mm-hmm.
So all that to say, that was last week.
Yeah, is this the transition into when I start complaining about my team?
Yeah, this was the next segment.
Go back to my team, please.
Okay, let's go to complaining time.
And so I'm sorry to everybody. If like I'm just like taking time to talk about my team. I know not everyone wants to hear this, but I figured it'd be like somewhat entertaining. And if we take a second to scroll up, we get to see some free anime attendees. So you're welcome, everybody.
Is that actually your profile photo? I never actually looked at it.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh, okay. Well, now I know.
Maybe I'll change it soon. Who knows? Essentially, I hate my team.
You hate your team?
Oh my God, I hate my team. I'm so ready to open. I'm open to like so many trades, but I'm not going to trade with Benda because I know I will not get a fair deal. Okay, yeah, right here. We can go through some options later.
Who do you want?
No. Time out. Hey, this is my segment. This is my segment.
Okay, sorry, I'll hold back. You got to put Jahan Dotson on IR.
I am worthless when it comes to quarterbacks. Jared Goff had that 1 week where he just went the fuck off, but other than that, he's very average, and that's fine. That's all I need. But also last week he put up a total of 5 points? That's not good. And he's on a bye this week. I'm stuck with motherfucking boring ass blonde haired. What's the Cheyenne and Reno dog? Lassie looking motherfucker Trevor Lawrence.
Oh wow.
And Najee Harris. It's not all his fault.
He's been playing bad.
He's been bad.
Like one of the busts of the
he's been bad. Yeah. He was my first overall pick. Saquon Barkley is the only reason I'm somewhat competitive. T. Higgins has been good, but he looks like he's going to be out again this week. Marquise Brown, one of the people I'm willing to trade. Holler at me. Melvin Gordon, willing to trade. Kyle Pitts, willing to trade. Antonio Gibson, willing to trade. But pretty much anybody, essentially, after I just name my team.
All right. So how do you feel about
I'm not done.
Oh, keep going.
Dak Prescott's going to come back at some point, and he's just going to start losing games for the Cowboys. So that's going to be awesome to see. He's going to put up 2 points in his first start. I'm going to start him and look like an idiot. Antonio Gibson is getting replaced by somebody who was just shot in the leg a couple of weeks ago. So what does that say about him? Yeah. Gerald Everett, he popped off, had like 12 points for like 4 games, got 1.2 this last one. That's awesome, dude, because fucking Matt Forstoff and Austin Eckler are colluding. DK Metcalf and Saquon Barkley have been pretty much my only saving graces to this point. So,
all right, so I have a proposal.
Yeah, I can't wait to hear how bad this trade is.
No. What if we were to trade Najee Harris for someone on my team?
You gotta give me someone.
Well, I don't know. I gotta look.
Yeah,
I'm just saying I'm interested in Najee Harris.
You pull it up. So I'll get some chili.
Let's check my team now. Let's see if anyone. Ooh, I don't know if I actually want to trade Najee Harris. There's not a good trade. I'm not even gonna say what I think would be fair because it would be construed as insulting.
If Benda thinks a trade is bad, it's gotta be bad.
Okay, are there any running backs on my team that you're like, I do trade?
Excuse me.
For Najee Harris? Because there are multiple players that I don't feel good about doing this for.
Yeah, I'm sure. And I know the ones I'm gonna name are the ones you don't want to trade, like Kenneth Walker.
Yeah, I can't do that one. I think he's kind of one of those like very lucky out of the blue.
He turned into something really
Might be a
good.
league winner.
Yeah.
If things go well. So I can't part with him.
Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews?
Yeah,
I couldn't do that.
I know.
So all that to say, trade's probably not going to happen because I would think based off form, if
I'd trade Najee for Darnell Mooney.
you don't need that.
No, I don't mean that.
Okay, well, now that we got that out of the way, would you do a Saquon for Jonathan Taylor?
No. Saquon's like my one untouchable.
Okay. Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah, but he hasn't played well. He hasn't played well outside of the first game. Because
right.
you want to know
Well,
why? The Colts suck. That's why.
Well, the Colts suck, but he's been battling a little bit of an injury.
Yeah,
but
totally.
I still have a lot of faith in him. So all that to say, do we want to go to what was the next segment?
Surprises?
Surprises?
Geno Smith has got to be the most surprising player to this point.
Yes. Very, very surprising.
And just the Seahawks in general.
If we look at all players, let's just check out the running beat, the RBs, and
Burn myself on the chili.
how do we look at their scores thus far? Let's look at 20 fantasy points. So if we look at the players, this is the actual ranking of players thus far for the running back position. So Eckler's number 1, Nick Chubb's number 2, Saquon's number 3, Josh Jacobs. Okay, unbelievable. Like he's had a great start to the year.
Which I don't understand all the hate for Josh Jacobs going into this year.
Well, there was a lot of hate because the Patriots guy who's coming over has always had a running back by committee. And so they brought in a couple more players. They had all these tryouts, and in the preseason, they were playing Josh Jacobs as like a third or fourth stringer. So it looked like he was going to be cut out to dry, potentially even cut before the start of the season. So that's why I was very scared of him because, reading the reports and all that. But Mac drafted him, and I was like, eh. But then, wow, bravo. Good for you. He has become like a true RB1. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, he's also put in a really good shift.
There's been a lot of disappointments this year.
Yeah, so let's just get straight to the disappointments. Damian Pierce, he's played well. Okay, as we go
Let's
down.
get to the disappointments. He's played really well.
Who?
I'm playing. Najee Harris, very disappointing.
Najee Harris. Wow, Najee Harris is behind Damian Harris. Would you do a Damian Harris for Najee Harris trade?
I would not do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't, but I would accept it.
I would do a Najee for Jonathan Taylor. He's ranked above him.
Oh, no way. But let's see. DeAndre Swift, well, he's been injured. James Conner hasn't been playing too well. AJ Dillon, I thought he'd be pretty good. David
Dontrell Hilliard, shout out Carter.
Yeah. So, all right. Alvin Kamara has played pretty poorly. So, a couple surprises on that front. Let's check out the wide receivers. This is very much a moment of truth. Cooper Kupp is at 132 total points. Oh my gosh. He's so far ahead of everyone else. That's crazy. And then Stephon Diggs. Honestly, not a whole bunch of surprises here. Players
Marquise Brown's higher than I would have expected.
Wow. Jalen Waddle's really high. Tyler Lockett? Wow. Surprise.
That is crazy.
That's very surprising.
Amon-Ra.
Yeah, Chris Olave's played pretty well. Curtis Samuel, I think, has been a big surprise.
He hasn't. He's just been eating up time on my bench.
Ooh.
Or no, I have Jahan Dotson. I have Curtis Samuel.
Devin Duvernay.
Devin Duvernay.
How shocking is that? He's right behind CeeDee Lamb. Truly shocking. Let me see. Carter just texted. So let me see.
Drake London. Shout out Scout.
Drake London's been playing really well. I tried training him 5 times and never accepted. All right. Honestly, I would say the only real bust, DJ Moore is a huge bust. Juju's been a little bit of a bust. I mean, I feel like wide receivers generally have played actually pretty well. Tight ends, shocking how big a difference is between the top 2 guys in the rest.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. And TJ Hawkinson literally had 40 points in one game.
Yeah. And the tight ends this year have just all been atrocious. So that's
and Taysom Hill had 30 points in his last game.
Yeah. So that's pretty shocking.
And I'd be willing to bet you got to scroll down pretty low to see where Kyle Pitts ranks.
Kyle Pitts, I think, is one of the biggest busts of the entire year.
And I think he was my second overall pick, which I know was a heart pick in the moment, but I really paid for that one.
Yeah. Oh, I think we might have a guest on the show here in a moment. Any other positions to look at, or should we just jump to rankings?
Let's go through quarterbacks real quick.
Okay, quarterbacks. Hey, Matt, you want to come over here? You got some Jennies? All right.
This episode is sponsored by Jenny's.
Jenny's. All right. Well, okay, we are wrapping up the podcast, but quarterbacks, check them out. Josh Allen, obviously first. Patrick, I just said Patrick Lamar. Patrick Mahomes, Jalen. Okay,
Hurts?
so okay, there's like a top. Okay, Josh Allen's in an ecosystem of his own, and then you got those two guys, and then you got Jalen Hurts, and there's basically
Then pretty severe drop off.
yeah. So there's top four, and then a whole bunch of others.
Which to one thing, real quick, Jared Goff very high. Jalen Hurts has been incredible so far.
Geno Smith,
Unbelievable. We talked about this enough. He has surprised everybody. Then right back. Justin Herbert he's been consistent, but not as good as he was in the past couple of years, which I know is disappointing, but Matt can't win them all.
yeah. All that to say, it's football's about to start, so we gotta get the show on the road. So, hold on. With that, is there anything we want to talk about from standings? Let's check out the divisions.
Sure.
Okay. The group of death
ass.
staying really tight. Meat. Honestly, Matt is getting.
Matt is cruising.
You are dominating your division.
Hey, look at that starting position to where I'm at now.
I know yours looks really good. And then Chaz is just a competitive group. You know,
We try to tell you.
Yeah.
That's the real group of death.
You guys do not have an easy group. So if we go to projected playoff bracket today, we got Matt in first, Carter in second. So no one's undefeated and everyone has a win at this point. And then we have, let's see, me against.
Wait, do only
Carter.
6 teams go to the playoffs?
So half our league makes the playoffs. So half are winners, half are losers. But yeah, so that's how rock and rolls today. So is there anything, Travis, you want to share with our listeners, our subscribers?
Yeah.
I think we have one subscriber.
No.
It's Carter.
Well, I was having a really hard day. I was really tired. I came in here. The Bendas clothed and fed me. They made me feel right at home. They gave me allergy medicine for their dog. They gave me chili. They gave me water. I feel much better. About to watch some football. I've been very busy recently. I've been out of town very consistently. I hope that slows down and I'm able to be here, be present for the podcast and for the boys.
For the boys. And so with that
write
up.
in, call in, give us some segments,
Yeah.
give us your takes. I don't think we ever said Travis Kelce was going to be bad.
So
we need to address that at some point.
yeah, Dan, you've been throwing a lot of shade my way over that comment. It was a comment that I don't think I said word for word. I'd have to go back and listen. So if you get this far into the podcast, just know I don't think I actually said those words. But all that to say, we'll wrap up episode.
Let's have another great week, everybody.
Good luck.